It's live,
Live.
live,
Live.
in the D with Mr.
BB.
BB.
It's Live in the D with Mr.BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio We Can See.
SOS Graphic Design provides agency-quality professional graphic design services from established companies to startups and individuals, creating a simple logo to complete rebranding and delivering visual communication with print media. Everything SOS Graphic Design does has a single unifying objective: to set your business apart. We are at your service. Call 313-342-2166. That's 313-342-2166, or online at www.sosgraphicdesigns.com.
Good morning. We are back. You are live in the D with Mr. BB. Our guest today is Miss, let me say it correctly this time, Lungi.
Yes,
Lungi Moore. And she's coming in to talk about her book, Wash Day, Nemiya and Nomiza. Nomiza.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Nomiza and Nomava.
Yeah.
Nomava?
Nomava.
Nomava's
There you go.
Wash Day. So close, so close. So let me shut up and let her talk about her book, Miss Lungi Moore.
Yes.
Wash Day. So tell us a little bit about Wash Day.
So Wash Day is a cute little story about two little girls who are trying to navigate their experiences with Wash Day. Now, to give you some background on Wash Day is actually the day a lot of black women and women of color choose to take time out of their long day to wash their hair.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's a bittersweet moment because you gotta wash, you gotta detangle, you gotta condition, then you gotta rinse out, and then you gotta figure out what style you're gonna have. And a lot of the times that takes forever.
Right.
Now you can imagine those feelings as a little girl having to deal with that every Sunday maybe, or every Saturday, or whatever day moms decide to do their hair. It's very complex, and sometimes you create a relationship with your hair that's not the best.
Right.
So Wash Day was inspired by that because I have that relationship with my own hair. I have locks. So for those who have locks, when you wash your hair, it takes a long time to dry. And sometimes you just don't have the time. You don't want to deal with it. And you can imagine for a young girl, the feelings are much worse.
Right.
So with my two kids, and for a lot of moms who are listening, will understand the amount of complaining, disdain, and just outright, rebellion against washing or even just styling the hair. So I took it upon myself to document this experience and try to help just my kids as well with navigating that feeling, because as much as we may hate Wash Day or love it, it's still your hair. It's still something that you have to do, and creating a healthy relationship with your hair is very important, especially as you grow up, because the beauty standard will always tell you otherwise. So a lot of women right now are still struggling with that, trying to understand your hair, trying to learn how it behaves and accept what it looks like, because sometimes you want your hair to look a certain way or have a certain curl pattern, and it's not that. So you have to learn how to accept it, and that's what Wash Day is about, having them navigate their experiences as little kids and understanding how to love their curls the way they are, one step of the way, each and every step of the way.
Absolutely. I love it. So what, so you just actually told us a lot about Wash Day. Yeah. So what do you hope, again, your readers will get out of Wash Day? I know you said that's loving the relationship with your hair. What about the names of the characters, Nomiza and Nomava? Where do those names come from?
Nomiza and Nomava are actually the middle names of my two girls.
Okay.
I wanted to personalize this in such a way that it's relatable to every other mom out there,
right.
Or dad, because there's a lot of dads who are in a position where they can take time to, take care of their kids' hair. So I wanted the book to be very relatable in such a way that if you have kids, you see exactly what your kids are doing within the book. It's funny, it's cute, and a lot of kids actually draw to it just because of the cover, because they know as soon as you bring out that shampoo, it's like, oh my God,
Right.
why do we have to do this right now? So, and the faces and the word sentences and expressions within the book are relatable. A lot of kids complain.
Yes, so yeah, and that's true because I was actually reading the book this past Sunday to my nieces and nephews, and they said, "Oh, why we don't wash our hair?" I said, "Well, your mommy washes your hair." No, we don't get our hair washed. And then she showed me her hair, and I said, "We don't need to see her hair. We're reading the book."
Yes.
And they just, they are easily related. But I was like, "Oh, her hair looks like my hair," because I noticed
Yes.
that you kept the characters even. Their hair looks like a black person's hair. It's
it
kinky,
does.
it's twisty,
Yes.
it's.
Yes, I tried to go out of the box with this one, because if you look at a lot of representations of natural hair at this time, there's a specific type of curl that's represented more than another. And we don't see our young kids in afros. We
Right.
see them in cute little bows and twists and, all types of other styles, but we don't see the hair in its purest form, which is a fro. Most of the time, there's others who have locks and whatnot, in which even with the locks, I represented that in the book for myself, because you tell me where you've seen a children's book or any other black book per se that represents locks. If you can let me know, I'll wait.
Give me a second, hold on.
Really?
Yes, I'm thinking about this.
I could think of one, but I can't remember the name of it.
Can't remember the name.
Even
Okay,
then
so
she-
yeah.
And that's the problem.
She had
You
time.
shouldn't have to think so long.
Right.
You see what I mean? So
Yes.
even with the book, I wanted it to be as simple as showing a fro, because as much as we love our hair styled, in its simplest form, it's a fro.
Yes.
And even with my daughters, it took a while for them to accept the fact that, hey, you know what? It's okay if I have a fro. I can go to school with a fro. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's been demonized for so long. And I wanted to bring it back into a positive and pure aspect of, look, it's just a fro.
Yes. Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that. Will we be hearing more from Nomiza and Nomava?
Yes, you will. It's actually a full children's book series.
Okay.
The goal of this children's book series is actually to encapsulate the black family experience in different forms, whether you're a single parent or whether you're married. There's so many situations that the family black unit goes through, and I think it would be nice for us to have some classics. And that is the goal of to have classic black books that not just, Dr. Seuss is fine. Disney books are wonderful as well. I mean, I grew up with them, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with us having a classic black,
Absolutely.
unapologetic book.
Right, and we need that.
Yes.
We need that for today's society.
Yes.
We need a lot more of our children seeing characters that look like them.
Yes.
Characters that look like
Yes.
us. Big noses and
Of
kinky
course.
hair and
Yes.
long ears.
Yes. Absolutely.
Right. So are you currently working on another book?
I am. I'm actually currently working on the second and third book right now. The second book is actually about bedtime.
Okay.
And we all know how kids don't like to go to bed.
No.
And when I was younger, I didn't like to go to bed, and I would make every excuse under the book. And again, this is still a personal story, but it relates to every parent who has to deal with kids, or even aunties or uncles, or even if you're babysitting and you want to have some time for yourself, but your kids are like, no, you're
Right.
not about to have time for yourself. So yes, the next book is actually called Bedtime.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, is that a Nomiza and Nomava story
Yes,
as well?
it is, because it talks about how silly they can get when it's time to go to bed. I mean, every child is the thirstiest when it's time to go to bed. They either ask for water
Yeah. They're
or
thirsty, they're hungry,
yes,
they have to use the bathroom all of a
yes,
sudden
so
20
there's
times.
plenty of excuses that come with that. So yes, the entire children's book series is based on the two girls and their and their behaviors.
Okay. So how do we go about purchasing this first book before your next one comes out?
So the first book is actually available on Amazon. It's actually also available here in Detroit at the Detroit Book City.
Okay.
And it is also now available at Barnes & Noble's online. So yeah, there's 3 different places. And also if you're in Atlanta, we sell our books out of Kinks and Curls Atlanta as well.
Okay. Kinks and Curls in Atlanta.
Yes.
Awesome. Amazing. So how long have you been writing?
Geez, I've been writing for a very long time. I prefer to write because I seem to communicate my thoughts and feelings better on paper. I'm a very purist thought as far as writing. I need pen and paper, and I need a type of paper, and I need a type of pen for my thoughts to flow on paper. So I've been writing, to answer your question, goodness, probably since I was 16. And that translated into a whole bunch of other things. I used to write poems, and then that translated into professional writing, which I would do for a lot of companies, and on technical as well as recreational. And that also transformed into the book that I have now.
That's amazing. I see. So when you write, you actually write. You don't type it up. You actually write it out.
I write everything out. I edit on the paper, and then I re-edit again, and then that's when I put it on
the computer, and then so it can get printed and whatnot. That's great. So let's transition. I know you say you also write for other organizations and,
yes, I do.
Stuff as well. So can you tell us about, I believe when I was doing my research on you, one of the organizations you're with, My Girl Squad?
Yes. My Girl Squad is actually my organization.
Okay.
And it's a platform that bridges the gap for women here and across the globe. We discuss things from trending topics to current affairs to global issues that are affecting Black women and women of color as well. So yeah, it's a platform that provides positive connections for women of color online as well, because you already know our representation is neither here nor there, and neither are our stories, and it's important for us to see other Black women not just on Love and Hip Hop,
right,
and other avenues in a certain way.
Exactly.
So yeah,
and that ties into such another long discussion that we do not have time
yes.
for today. But we look forward to hearing more from you. How can we keep up with you and My Girl Squad and your books?
So for my books, again, I also have a Facebook page, and that's usually where we discuss parenting issues for both boys and girls relating to self-acceptance, representation, and hair, and that's Nomiza and Nomava. That's on Facebook. As again I mentioned, you can catch us or purchase a book online. We also have a Kindle version as well, and we're actually working on a Spanish version also, but that will be audio. I do not know how to speak Spanish.
You know how to speak Spanish?
No, I do not, but I'm starting with Spanish, and I'm actually going to work a little harder on getting more African languages involved with the book, so that we can, have it read in multiple dialogues. So yes, Amazon.com. And that's Amazon all over, full distribution wherever you are in the world. You can order there. And Barnes & Noble's online. That's also where you can catch the book if you're outside of America.
Okay.
Yes, and for My Girl Squad, it's mygirlsquad.com. That's one word. We are also on IG and Facebook as @My Girl Squad.
@My Girl Squad.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have anything you'd like to share with us as far as any upcoming events or any movements you're having recently? That sounded weird.
Wow.
Anything that you're doing?
I kind of understood everything you're saying.
Up until then.
Right, you understood it perfectly up until.
Yes. So outside of our second book, we're actually working on a big project which I cannot divulge right now, but it is coming out. It's going to be an awesome event that we are trying to be more inclusive and kind of decolonize the beauty standard.
Okay.
For Black women and women of color, I should say, as a whole. And the spectrum goes all the way from albino to Muslim to plus size. So, yes, I cannot divulge much, but if you continue to follow us on my Girl Squad, that information will be coming out within the next few months. Outside of the book, we are also working on financial literacy classes. So if you are open to having us come to your school and discuss financial literacy to young girls, we'd be open to doing that as well. The reason for financial literacy at this point in time is we already know how powerful the black dollar is, but why is it that Black women are worth $5? That's her asset, is $5. That was a report that came out, I think, a few years ago. And honestly, I don't think that has changed. And we need to start at a very young age to make our kids not just consumers, because we are the biggest consumers globally. And we need to start becoming producers on a mass scale. We need to be as powerful as manufacturing countries like China and across Asia, and we're not. So we got to start at the very elementary basic level of, young kids who are starting out. We love video games, but do you actually know
how to create one?
How much does that actually cost? How much do you have to save to, credit something as big as credit? I mean, I know when I got out of college, I got to start thinking about credit. I should have already established my credit before now.
Right.
And it's unfortunate that as our parents, we struggle a lot because we're always in survival mode. We're always trying to catch up all the time. And we miss these small fundamental things that we now, as kids growing up, we inherit. We inherit a lot of debt. We inherit a lot of financial issues that could have been avoided, but because we're always busy trying to survive, we haven't gotten to the smallest bit. So our next generation, I would like for us to be a little more savvy when it comes to financial literacy on a basic level. You don't need a lot of money to make money. You just need to understand the game. And that's where we're trying to get in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're looking forward to that. For that event that you can't give much details about, is there a date that we can post in now, or we just have to keep up with you?
It will be in 2019, summer or fall.
Okay.
I cannot give a date yet.
Okay. Summer or fall of 2019, so be looking for that.
But you will definitely know about it. It will be everywhere. I'll make a lot of noise about that.
And of course, we'll be looking for that, the next book too, and looking forward to the rest of the series.
End of May. End of May is the next book is coming out.
Oh, the next release date is end of May?
Yes, end of May.
Okay, so that's the month.
Yes, next month.
All right. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, actually, I think I've covered quite a lot. I don't want to go into too many layers because
like
I'll just take over your whole show and we're not going to have that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we look forward to hearing more from you and keeping up with you.
Awesome.
Again, that's just Miss Lungi Moore.
There you go.
With My Girl Squad. Her book is out. No Miva.
No Miza.
No Miza.
There you go.
And No Mava.
There you go.
Wash Day.
Yes.
Go check it out on Amazon, Detroit Book City, and online Barnes & Nobles.
Yes, and if you're in Atlanta, it is at Kings and Curls, ATL. And everywhere else, you can go ahead and grab it online.
All right, and we thank you for coming in with us
Thank
today.
you so much for having me, guys.
Thank you. We'll be right back on Live with Mr.BB.
SOS Graphic Design provides agency-quality professional graphic design services from established companies to startups and individuals, creating a simple logo to complete rebranding and delivering visual communication with print media. Everything SOS Graphic Design does has a single unifying objective: to set your business apart. We are at your service. Call 313-342-2166. That's 313-342-2166, or online at www.sosgraphicdesigns.com.
All right, we are back. We thank Miss Lungi Moore again for coming in with us and sitting with us, telling us about her book, Wash Day. and we look forward to hearing more from her. Next up, we have Kadira with her quote of the day and some events for us this week. Good morning, Kadira.
Good morning.
What do you got for us today?
You want the quote first?
Of course you want the quote first.
Side note, I'm a little upset. I did not hear one of my songs that I requested.
You did. You heard Brian McKnight.
No.
No, that wasn't you? Okay.
Excuse me.
What's your
Today's
quote?
quote is, never say anything about yourself you do not want to come true. Brian Tracy.
Brian Tracy. What was that again?
Never say anything about yourself that you do not want to come true.
Never say anything about yourself you do not want to come true. I think that's deeper than most people think. You gotta let that mull that over for a moment.
Feel it. Do you feel it?
All right, what's your event for this week?
Well, this weekend there is a trap yoga class with KISA. It presents Kanye versus Kendrick Lamar music. So the fans of Kanye and the fans of Kendrick Lamar, they can go get their trap yoga on. It's kind of like a yoga fitness for the, I don't know how to explain it, but yoga junkies. It's a little twist on yoga. And it starts at 9 o'clock. It's a 9 to 10 o'clock class, and it's at SOS Performance and Fitness, 16915 Illinois Avenue in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, 15615 Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. Go over there for some trap yoga. And we
That
thank
sounds so funny to say.
you. We thank you, Naima, for your
Good day.
wonderful quote today. And we will be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
SOS Graphic Design provides agency-quality professional graphic design services from established companies to startups and individuals, creating a simple logo to complete rebranding and delivering visual communication with print media. Everything SOS Graphic Design does has a single unifying objective: to set your business apart. We are at your service. Call 313-342-2166. That's 313-342-2166, or online at www.sosgraphicdesigns.com.
All right. We are back once again, and unfortunately, that is all the time we have today. So, as always, people, go out and be great, be spontaneous, be educated, be fantastic, and just be. And come back here next Thursday, right here on Live in the D with Mr. BB, and join us again in the Quad Squad. Would like to say their goodbyes as well.
Goodbye, see you next week. And don't forget to do us today with Ping Lab.
Fitness.
Penny Love Fitness.
We'll see you all next month. Because this is the last Thursday of the month.
Okay.
It sounded funnier in my head. Be good.
Be good. All right, we thank you, and we are out. BB out. Bye-bye.
It's live in the D with Mr.
BB.
BB.
It's Live in the D with Mr. BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio We Can See.